Hi guys, you are probably shocked to see me because it's been about 10 months now since I posted on here, and I just figured we are overdue for a life update, a little heart-to-heart chat. I've been wanting to catch up with you guys because I have been feeling like a new era, like a new moment on this channel, like I had been needing a refresh moment, and I just figured that it was time to get you guys up to speed because I felt like it'd be a little weird if I just started posting a bunch of new videos without saying anything because it has been so long. But I hope you guys are doing well. I have been feeling, like I said, really reinvigorated lately, and I just want to talk to you guys about some things that I was dealing with. Nothing too crazy, and honestly in hindsight I feel like a lot of that stress was unnecessary in a way, but you'll kind of get the gist. I feel like a lot has changed, and for a big period of time I did not consider myself like a social media person. Being a YouTuber technically just felt like a complete past life where it just didn't feel like me anymore. Essentially, I was just taking a step back from posting my daily life because YouTube is very intimate. You know, this is an intimate place. You're like really showing a lot about yourself, and I was kind of just at a point where I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I was just thinking about other things in my life and focusing on these other things. And then we also had some weird health concerns that unfortunately consumed me. Even though some of it doesn't really have any relevance right now, I still want to talk about it because it is interesting. I did learn a lot, and I feel like it's still cool to spread awareness about these things, even though I'm not a doctor, and if you have any symptoms of things, you should definitely go to the doctor. Basically, I was seeing an ENT doctor for a very mild case of oral thrush, which is like a fungal overgrowth on your tongue, kind of like that white papillary look, but like more intense, and a bad flavor in your mouth and stuff like that. And this wasn't even that concerning. I think it just made me think like, oh, maybe I have like an underlying problem, because why would I get that? You know, it's kind of strange. Never really figured that out, but I ended up bringing up a different symptom to my ENT doctor having to do with like a gasoline flavor coming from my throat, which just seemed a little strange. But the weird thing is I had noticed it before, like it wasn't a new flavor to me, but it was rare, like it had only been every few months, pretty unnoticeable, so I didn't really think much of it. It started getting a little worse, and then I brought it up to my doctor, and he said that I probably had GERD, which is gastrointestinal reflux disease. And besides that, like one of the main symptoms was having a very hoarse voice and having to clear my throat a lot, and I thought like, this is getting worse. Also, when I was kind of filming those videos towards the end of like when I stopped posting those videos, I felt like my voice was bothering me more and it just wasn't sounding as clear, and I would have to like re-film parts of me talking because I was like, oh, that sounded weird. But basically, the type of throat symptoms that you get like that, it's usually LPR, which is laryngopharyngeal reflux, so the acid is actually like getting all the way up into your larynx and affecting your voice. And I think I got really stressed out about it because it was getting worse and I wasn't really doing anything differently. But my doctor ended up putting me on a proton pump inhibitor medicine, which is a very strong acid suppressant, and that did kind of cure the problems for a little bit. It definitely is just a band-aid though, because it's just really decreasing your acid production. I think it had been a few months of me being on that medication and I felt like things were okay, but obviously who wants to be on that medication long term? It's not good for you. And towards the end of the medication, because it had already been like maybe 3 months, and usually the recommended period is 8 weeks of usage for that, and I think I got a little bit in my head about it and like researched way too much stuff, and I'm like, oh wait, this could be dangerous, I don't know. So first off, I just got stressed about being on medication for too long, telling my doctor about these articles, medical journal articles, and then I think he just thought I was crazy and overstepping for trying to research this on my own. Basically towards the middle and end of the medication usage, I was just having worse symptoms. I'd never actually had this intensive acid reflux symptoms before, where I had like really strong flavor. I had like a globus feeling in my throat, which is a lump in your throat. I had a chronic cough, and for a while I thought, do I have lung cancer? But I ended up getting an x-ray because the cough lasted like, I don't know, was it 6 or 8 months? I really don't remember now. Everything's kind of a blur. Yeah, you can just see how this affected me emotionally and how I kind of just thought of the worst things. I think now with the internet, you can be aware of things and figure things out, but also it can be your downfall. Like you can overthink things too much, which is definitely my problem. Even if you think you're not trying to stress yourself out, subconsciously you are usually. I just got stressed out by all of this because my reflux was getting worse. Anything I ate was making it worse. I had to cut out coffee, dairy, and anything acidic for I think like a couple months. But yeah, it was a crazy change of my lifestyle at the time. Then I finally got an endoscopy, which is where they put the tube down your throat. Obviously you're asleep. I mean, you don't have to be, but I definitely need to be asleep for that. And they saw no irritation in my esophagus, and after I got the results of that, it showed no signs of damage to my esophagus, and then my symptoms just got so much better. So pretty much I only have like one symptom, which is occasional raspy voice, but it's very rare, and I've been drinking coffee again and I haven't really noticed any intense problems. So I think just like the dramatic change in symptoms has just been good enough for me, and I've been feeling a lot better because of that. But overall, like the main thing is I was worried about doing damage to my larynx and like my voice, because larynx is not suited to be touched by acid because it's way too strong for that and it can damage your vocal cords and stuff. So all in all, that was my whole issue, and it did take a big toll on me for a while. Like I was pretty bedridden just because of stress. Another huge thing was just intense fatigue, and I thought that maybe it was due to malnutrition because I just wasn't eating that much, trying to mitigate the symptoms of the acid reflux. So it was all kind of just like avalanching into being less healthy overall when I was just trying to get on top of the symptoms of LPR. It's crazy how the stress kind of just went away after I got the positive results of the endoscopy, and now I've just been vibing. Like I've been a lot better. I'm out of the trenches. I started eating more. I've just been like on a journey to kind of restore my health and be more active again. And I did lose a lot of weight from just not eating enough stuff, like not eating enough quantity. So I really do think that was like the cause of my fatigue, but then I ended up finding out that I had a low white blood cell count, and I thought, wonder what is the problem there? So I ended up scheduling an allergist appointment to test for immunodeficiency, allergies, and then also I'm going to a hematologist soon. I ended up getting another CBC, which is like your usual lab work. I got that done about 2 months after the low white blood cell count lab test. Somehow the count returned back to within the range. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I've just been eating more nutrients, taking my vitamins. Who knows what really helped me get my immune system working again, but I'm not sure what would have made it fluctuate so intensely, so that's why I'm still seeing the hematologist. But my ENT says that he thinks it's a good idea to still follow through, even though my white blood cell count did return to normal. Overall, like my energy has been a lot better. I was so fatigued for a while where I was like weak, couldn't even do anything besides like work from bed. I think a lot of this stuff, like I've kind of forgotten about it almost, even though it did take up like 8 to 9 months of my life, because I've just been feeling a lot better and back to normal. So I thought I would still share because it is interesting how this happened to me when I thought I was pretty healthy. But I think a lot of us as youngins, we kind of overlook things in our life, and we don't really think like anything can really affect us. You don't really think of the consequences of things that you're doing, like drinking alcohol or breathing in certain things. Later on something could change and then maybe you're gonna regret things that you've done. So I think I've just had like a stronger prioritization of my health now, and that doesn't really mean I'm gonna completely abstain from everything, but I have been reconsidering like my choice to ever drink again. Like I don't know if I will, but I also don't want to say that I'm never going to, because sometimes it's fun to be woozy, you know? But yeah, it's been like 10 months, I think, since I've had any alcohol. Not have it for that long. I could probably do it forever. Who knows? And now it's all coming back to me, a lot of the reason why I wasn't wanting to film. But yeah, let this be your sign. If you're having any weird symptoms, go to the doctor, check it out, see what's going on. But yeah, in regards to other aspects of my life updates, still working in marketing, still at the same company. I've been making progress in that. I've been actually learning things that I really like. I'm kind of figuring out my niche in marketing. I've been doing email marketing, which is one of my favorite things that I've come to realize. That's been like a fun revelation for me. Still living at home. Oh my god, my pits are wet. That's how nervous I was to talk to you guys. Exciting news, I did get a new second job because this opportunity presented itself and it seemed like a really good money opportunity. So I took it, and here we are. I'm working 2 jobs, and this one's like remote and at home. So it's been pretty cool. It's only like my 3rd week out here. I think this is a really good opportunity to learn something new in a whole different industry. Basically, it has to relate to grant writing and doing like loan applications in the gas station industry. Super weird, super random. You would have never expected it, because I never expected it either. Another thing that I've been getting to experience more this past year was doing some UGC, and I got to do some paid deals. I have another one actually on my calendar. Pretty big beauty brand reached out to me to use like some of my videos in paid advertising, so that was really cool. Now I'm just trying to keep on getting experience and build on that stuff, and then try to pitch myself more as a result of having more experience and more to show in my portfolio. In your 20s, it's really cool to be able to find something that's the intersection of what you're good at, what you're fulfilled by, and what can still make you some money. And I think that's a good little avenue, a good side hustle. I think I've talked about it on this channel before, but that's just something I want to do more in 2024. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I lost touch with my video persona that I used to embody a lot because of not showing up on YouTube. So now I'm just trying to find like a bunch of avenues to be able to have fun with my creativity again. But also this means me coming back to YouTube because I have definitely missed it, and I'm just feeling like a new energy to create stuff. Now that I've like been able to take a big step back, just want to say that I have a vision for this channel, like the future of this channel, and I never used to have that. I think that's why I just kind of flopped pretty hard. Basically, my vision for this channel is to be like a creative gal figuring out her 20s and taking you guys through my journey of like rebuilding my health and my finances, like my creative journey and my creative career, and like trying to build that. Also giving you guys advice about dealing with fear and rejection and anything like that any of us could be dealing with, and just open up like a space for all these different conversations and just like bring you guys along in more realistic things that are happening in my life. But that's kind of the overall vibe that I'm sensing. And I'm really looking forward to creating more stuff for you guys and get back to it. So anyways, I think that's all I'm gonna say. Gotta wrap this up. It's been a while and I've definitely talked your ear off. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.